Before I get started, Dave, I want to dedicate this Patriot News Penn Live postgame Penn State video. That's a lot of P's. To one Nick Jones, who reminds me an awful lot of Justin Bieber these days.
Don't do that.
Having said that, your thoughts on the game?
That's my 11-year-old. He's not going to like that at all.
I used to like football back here at the Beaver Stadium when it was a little easier to keep track of the game, Bob. I don't know.
6'4".
I think I'd better just go back to Hershey, Pennsylvania, and just forget all this because it's too confusing. And this football running up and down, 41-31. That's not a football game. It's basketball.
That is about what Penn State's basketball team is.
There's the punchline. We haven't seen anything like this, and I went back. It was Iowa in 02, but that was an overtime game.
Right, and the first half was a little one-sided. Penn State didn't get cranked until the second half. This was a fun game to watch. Denard Robinson is a fun player, but Penn State's offense, kudos with Matt McGloin functioning and Evan Royster getting the record tonight, 150 yards.
Someone got a record? I didn't hear anything about that.
What? I thought he did a good job. What else needs to be said?
They don't like
just because he has 9 trillion yards.
Draw attention to individual accomplishments here, but there's a lot of little things going on here for a season that doesn't really mean much. It's kind of fun to have a game like this. First of all, there's the Matt McGloin factor. He's just gunslinging his way to into Penn State lore.
I have not heard that term applied to young McGloin. Is it gunslinger?
Yep.
Gunslinger.
Then you got the Joe at 399 factor, but not this week. We're not going to worry about the 400. But the interesting thing was how horrible, chaotic Michigan's defense looked. I mean, we haven't
forget about 399 and Royster's record. Michigan was horrible.
They were really, really, really bad. That's the worst defense we've seen. I remember when Larry Johnson was going for 2,000 in Indiana, and Michigan State basically quit. To
LJ for Y2K. Who was that? Steve Jones.
Well, Penn State can be, and everyone. I think everyone pretty much was thinking Michigan was going to score 40, 45, and they could have, but no one was probably anticipating Matt McGloin leading the offense to this smoothly. Actually, a pretty smart offense. No penalties, no turnovers, no mistakes, and they were the more solid team.
Yeah, there were times tonight where there were guys who were wide open. Yeah, but there were also some times where Matt picked out the right receiver, or Michigan adjusted its coverage a little bit. There was a huge 3rd down and 5. He threw to Justin Brown with the Lions up 38-31, and they were on the cusp of field goal range. I thought that was the biggest play in the game. He found Justin Brown. Penn State kicked the field goal, then they ran that tricky fake field goal and took a knee. But McGloin's a confident kid, and I just think that they kind of fed off his energy, and I think that if Rob Bolden needs a week, I think this is a guy against Northwestern that obviously knows what he's doing.
And they're fortunate enough that McGloin is not acting like Tate Forcier, that he's going to be the guy now. He's still deferential to Rob, which makes it a better situation. He's acting like what he is, a guy that's happy to be here.
And I also believe drinks are on Paul McGloin in Scranton for the next week.
How much fun could that be?
Yeah.
Flowers for everybody.
Scranton is one place you want to be celebrating for sure. I can attest to that.
So Northwestern, another defense that shouldn't scare anybody. I'm sure a little more organized than this unit.
Don't go picking on Northwestern.
They're just not really a very athletic defense this year.
Penn State is in line for 400 and Joe and bowl eligibility. You'd
that.
have to say that. But we were both wrong on this game. Let's just get it out of the way. Here's some blueberry pie. Right after we go off camera, Dave is going to smash me in the face with this.
I'm actually taking that back to Nick.
Put some whipped cream.
Brian Seagrass is happy about it too.
I'm actually taking this back to Nick Horvath because it looks like he already ate the 3/4 that he usually ate back on the trips. All right, that's it from Beaver Stadium. And Dustin and Bob will see you on Tuesday. Adios.
Unless Dustin gets sick again.